Continuity error. Got my haircut. That means most of the holiday specials will have me before the haircut, and then the very last one will have me after the haircut. Oops. Oops, there it is. Indeed. How's everybody's December 22nd? Christmas Eve. Eve. Hey, Zoe brings bacon. And I suppose we should do a hat tour. We'll keep doing them in the new year, but I'll just pull one more level of hats. I think it's better to do it this way. It also helps me reorganize. Oh my God, there's so many hats stuck in that. Okay, so this, oh yeah, this is a good one. I don't think this has any labels on it. Oh yeah, it does. It just says small, 6 7/8. This dusty old hat was my dad's. This was my dad's baseball cap in like the 40s when he was a teen, because he was born in 32. The 40s era baseball cap. Oh yeah, I got this hat first time I went to Disney. 55 is when Disney opened. D55, Disneyland Resort. All right, next up. Ah, yes. This is the Quality Gas Pirates hat. My Little League hat from 1978, I think. Yeah, 1978. It was the second season of Little League. We used this one from then on. We had a different one. Oh, wait, no, this is the first season. Sorry, this is the first season when we were just the Kingsbury Park District Pirates. That's right. We weren't Quality. We didn't have a sponsor my first year. So this would have been 77. The Gizwiz. Does the battery still work? Probably not. Let's see. No, battery's dead. It's got some lights. Gizwiz biz. Another St. Louis Cardinals hat. No idea where this one came from. Looks like it's from a gas station or something. Well, it's got the MLB logo on it. No idea. I know that I took it from my house when I moved a bunch of hats out in like 2002, but don't know how I got there. This one I bought in the 80s, probably at Busch Stadium. I think so. Just because it was like, ooh, this is a cool new design. Hey, Colo Radio. What's up, Wabbit Magic? All right, here is the 1978 Quality Gas Pirates hat. So we had to replace the Park District ones because Quality Gas had purple and yellow as their colors. So we became the Quality Gas Pirates. And unlike the other teams in our Little League, we had a nickname because we had been the Pirates before, whereas most of them were just 2 Acres or Baumberger Whitlock Insurance. We got to keep our nickname, the Quality Gas Pirates. This is my original Cardinals hat from when I was a kid. You can see that it's starting to come off. I think this also came from Busch Stadium. It's a snapback, though. I believe this is the second version of the A's brand hat, sponsored by 76. I think I had another one in the lower level too. And then this is the first A's hat I ever got when we went to an A's game, probably in 2000, 2001. It's a snapback, not a fitted. But when I went to a Giants game for the first time, after I moved to San Francisco in '99, when I went to Candlestick, I didn't buy one. The first time when I went to Pac Bell, I bought one, and then the first time I went to the Coliseum, which probably was 2000, I bought that. So there you go. That is Hat Shelf 2. Pardon me. All right, we will return to hat tours after the first of the year. I probably should do just a run through of the rundown. This is not the last rundown of the year. New York Betsy yearbook from 68. Nice. That's very cool. We are going to do our prediction show after DTNS today. So the prediction show will be the last one you see of the year. It'll also be the last one we record of the year because of that, which is kind of cool. All right, let's see what we got. This 10th year on this episode of DTNS, VCs reacted differently to Adobe and Figma not merging. Molly Wood explains. Jason Howell is here to tell us what he thinks will be the big new mobile trend in 2024. And Sony backtracks on removing discovery shows you paid for. On this episode of VCs reacted differently. The big new. Breaks down the Adobe Figma breakdown. There we go. That's tighter. There we go. All right. I will probably not be super accurate. Android authorities Mishal Rahman, also found on the Android Faithful podcast, notes that Google introduced a new battery information page in the About Phone section of settings. It shows the manufacture date and cycle count of the device's battery thanks to a new Android 14 API. But Rahman notes that lots of other battery data is available in that API as well, including state of health, which estimates a battery's full charge capacity. And a battery health page has shown up in Android 14 QPR2 Beta 2, but only if you know it's there and manually activated. None of this confirms Google will add a battery health indicator to Android, but all signs point to yes. China's National Press and Publication Administration wants to limit people spending money within video games. A new set of draft rules published on Friday would make developers limit the amount of money players can spend in-game and display pop-ups to alert users when spending is deemed irrational spending. Incentives such as daily sign-in rewards would also be banned according to new rules, as would large tips to game streamers. The administration also approved new games for publication. Hyperloop One, the transportation startup that planned a type of high-speed rail through tubes in a vacuum, is reportedly selling off its assets, laying off its remaining workers, and shutting down by the end of 2023. The company raised $450 million in venture capital since its founding in 2014 and completed a test track in Nevada in 2020. Although the technology behind the Hyperloop is feasible, cost-effectiveness was not. Today, no full-scale functioning Hyperloops exist anywhere in the world, though several companies are still developing the technology, including The Boring Company. Last month, EU politicians said they had reached a deal to require employers of certain gig work platforms like Uber require that should be presumed employees if 2 or more of 5 indicators were identified related to control and direction of work. However, EU laws need to pass the Parliament and the European Council. Usually these agreements are made to ensure the law will pass both, but this directive did not pass the Council, which is made up of representatives from each European country. Spain blamed multiple governments, and France is believed to be resistant to the legal presumption of employment. Minor changes can be made to satisfy the Council. Directive would have to go... Can't be changed. Okay. There's no write-up of that Google Bard one. So I'm going to take my Substack copy. Yes, TF87. It is BOL day. Verge conducted tests of ChatGPT Plus and Gemini Pro to see how they compared. Overall, each model was better at some things than the other, and David also found Bard a little slower and more likely to decline to answer due to. David also noted Bard is free and ChatGPT. This story is tricky, so let's get a few things straight. Apple is banned by the U.S. International Trade Commission from importing watches that have blood oxygen sensor. That violates the patents of a company called Massimo. Apple has decided to stop selling its 2 watches that have the sensor, the Series 9 and the Ultra 2, and it can send more supplies to third parties. But those third parties can continue to sell whatever they have in stock. Okay, so knowing all that helps you understand this. Apple cannot replace your out-of-warranty watch if it has a blood oxygen sensor, because that would be distributing the watch that violates the patent. The only thing it can fix, therefore, is software issues. However, if your watch is in warranty, Apple can honor the warranty and replace it. You also can't exchange a Series 9 or Ultra 2 you bought earlier this year for a different one. Apple is appealing the ruling as well as developing workarounds that don't violate the patent. Yeah, KeldDog7, I've been working every day this week. I have a few friends who are like, whoa, what are you doing? What are you doing this week when there's no work? And I'm like, working? Sony announced that the Discovery content it was going to have to remove from PlayStation users' purchase libraries by December 31st will not happen after all, thanks to updated licensing agreements. This situation resulted from Sony not having the full rights to continue to offer the shows despite selling them to you as if they did. I also put blame on Discovery for pulling those licenses. Sony made a bad deal. Sony didn't try to do more to compensate people for lost shows, and as has happened in other similar situations, but Discovery is the one pulling the content, not Sony. Thankfully, the two sides have decided, for whatever reason, to agree on something that will let PlayStation users continue to access whatever the around. Sony announced that the Discovery content was going to have to remove from PlayStation users' purchase libraries will not be removed after all. There we go. Okay, earlier this week, Evan Blass uncovered a countdown clock to the next Samsung Galaxy Unpacked event, which now looks like will happen at one. Yeah. It also contains the phrase, Galaxy AI is coming. I think I can get rid of that. Oh, actually, I want to move it. Actually, no. I'm going to leave that like it is. Okay. I will break down the top 5 things you need to know about top 5 tech news stories of 2023 at Daily Tech News Show, youtube.com/Daily Tech News Show. On Monday, we told you that Adobe and product design company Figma called off their plans to merge. The reason? Concerns by regulators in both the EU and UK that Adobe would be abusing its monopoly position with Figma on board. Molly, you've been following this story closely. All right, blow out that. Let's check out the mailbag. I think that needs to be edited down. Quieter keyboard. Anybody notice? Quieter keyboard. Thanks to Len Peralta. Thanks to Molly Wood. Thanks to Jason Howell. Okay. There we go. That's a show. And then we have our predictions show coming. Tasia Custodi, Dr. Nikki Ackermans, and Jen Cutter doing their predictions. Okay. Happy last work day of the year for us. Anyway, magnesium. Not the last work day for everybody. All right. Putting that back. Putting me back. Stopping the sharing. Whew. I'm sorry I didn't get around to the Christmas Carol thing. I still plan to do it. I don't want to plan. I don't want to promise I'm going to do it at a time I won't. So it'll be a surprise. I know some of you were looking forward to it. Here's a question I have for you. And you probably should do a straw poll on this, but best wishes, Jock and Boken. Top hat or Santa hat for DTNS today? Serious question. Top hat, Santa hat. Got it both. Done Santa hat a lot. I think I've done the top hat. But for the final live show, it's Hat Friday. I got hats. Top hat, Santa hat. I do not have a red and white top hat, Zoe, or that would be perfect. I just have the old classic black top hat and the old red Santa hat with the white fuzzy ball on top with the white fringe on the bottom. In fact, if you'll hold for a second, I'll go get the Santa hat so I can show you both. I don't know why I wear these when I'm doing this because I don't need to hear anything. But all right. I don't have a Cat in the Hat top hat. That would be epic. So Santa hat. Okay. Top hat. Santa hat on top hat. That's not an option. I don't think that's an option. Maybe it is an option. It would be very uncomfortable. I would not keep it up. I'll just tell you that. So far, 2 votes for top hat and 1 vote for both. 3 for top hat. Looks like top hat's out to an early lead. It's too early to project a winner, though. Top hat goes with the elbow patches. That's good, Magnesium. Fluffy bringing up the Santa hat barricade. So now we're 3-1. Wabbit Magic top hat 4-1. Oh, you know what? I actually like that idea, Zoe. So I'll respect the vote for the first half of the show and then change out for the second half. Keldog 7 Santa, so it's now 4-2 top hat. Yeah, I like that, Zoe. Change from one to the other. That's good. I think I've done all my... Oh, you know what? I need to put my laundry in. Did my exercises. I haven't done the weekly newsletter, but I won't do that till later. All right, it's 4-2 top hat right now. With most of the precincts not reporting. All right, it looks like it might be top hat. And then I'll change to the Santa hat. Actually, I kind of like that because the top hat's a little uncomfortable. So after a half hour of top hat, it'll be nice to change to the comfier Santa hat. Yeah, I don't know when the polls close, Fluffy. That's a good question. Now, I guess, when people stop talking. All right, I need to go swap my laundry out and then do our 12 o'clock production meeting. Ambassador Domo putting a top hat vote in, so now it's 5-2. Yeah. Predictions show. I have my predictions I have multiple predictions. I have 4 predictions, but I'm only going to use 2 on the show. So we'll see. And they're different from the predictions you will see in the top 5. I have a top 5 predictions as well, but those are all mostly, I think one of them overlaps, but mostly different predictions. Okie doke. Well, thanks everybody for hanging out. It's good to see y'all. It's nice to get a little office hours time in. And until DTNS in an hour and 15 minutes. Hang in there. Bye, everybody.